Hello again, DB here. It's September the 19th, 2019, and I wanted to make a quick little video tonight, talk about the way I see things at this point for where the world is heading, where people of the world's heading at this point in time. Back in the day, the founding of the United States represented the last frontier for civilization to progress to and subdue, conquer, whatever you want to call it. And now that's happened, other than what? Antarctica? Who's going there? The people of the world and the United States included are in a struggle against evil. The Satanic world order is kind of the way I look at it. That's where we're at. That's where the country is. That's where the world is and has been for many, 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 many centuries. Excuse me. We're getting back to my point. Now, with the last frontier, the physical land of the Northern Hemisphere, specifically the United States, has been settled. Politics is played out, the big game of the melting pot of cultures into one nation to grow it, whatever. And the money system that enslaves all of us, the world. I mean, the United States, we're nothing but wage slaves. It's the same in every country. You can't do anything without having an income, and barter is not, it occurs occasionally between different people in entities, but, everybody's after the dollar, everybody's after the whatever, the ruble, the peso, the lira, you name it, the pound, the franc. But my point is, the world is getting, in my opinion, closer and closer to what could be the big crescendo, the final act in the play that's playing out here on this planet. Maybe not. I'm just telling you what I think. But since there's no more frontiers for the human race to escape to be free on this planet, and the elites, the controllers, the New World Order, whatever you want to call them, it's my opinion, it's a satanic world order that's trying to subdue the lot of civilization around the world. There are no more frontiers to go to, like I said. The United States was the last land of the Northern Hemisphere, in the United States specifically, and its experiment was the melting pot of combining civilizations. Now, once that's been developed, and it has been developed over a couple hundred years, you have the EU, the European Union, magically is created. And the purpose of that, in my opinion, was to have all the old world powers under the control of the Satanic world order. Now, over here in the United States, I think we may be on our last leg of being able to resist the election of Donald Trump, who has fought like a banshee to stave this off. For the people of the country here. What can you say? He's done a lot of good things. You don't have to agree with everything he did or didn't do or whatever. That's your opinion, your choice. But just imagine where we'd be right now if Hillary Clinton had became president back in 2016, 2017 inauguration. My God. Well, see, that's the United States' possibly, and the people of the United States having its last stand against a complete takeover by a satanic world order. Look at the crap at the southern border. Look at the cities, the big cities in this country, all the blue cities. Lunatics. It's lunacy. It's just lunacy. Not to mention, people being censored off of social media. It all points to, like I was saying, this could be our last stand to keep our freedom and our ability to stay human. Now, in Europe, you notice the same time the peoples of the UK were fighting back against this takeover that they perceived and were living through, and that was the Brexit vote. But is that complete? What's this? 3 years after the vote, and they're still not out? Wow, evil's working overtime in that EU to keep hold of. I'm not going to let the British people go. No. Not. But over here in the United States, the struggle between good and evil, people with morals and people and values, and people with no or little or different values, morals, if you call it that. It plays out on media constantly. They just want to keep everybody in turmoil. This side's doing that. This side's doing that, and you got the left controlled media. Satan controls the airwaves. Don't forget that. Just unbelievable, the division. Religion's under attack, and I don't use the word religion in the sense that it's an established thing. It's actually individual belief. Faith. There's no. Who's to say what church is right, what church is wrong? What verse in the Bible do you cling to as your bedrock? It's all on everybody. It's all on you. For those that still have faith, which is to the point that the satanic world order, the controllers, the elites, the oligarchs, whatever you want to call them, pick your name. They'd like to stamp out religion and God completely because that's their goal. They want to control this world. And They're working overtime to do it. But back to my point, the United States, the southern border is like, wow. I mean, that was Trump's big campaign mantra, build that wall, build that wall. Well, the midterm election over here, and what happens? Oh, you've got this upstart that defeats this long-standing congressman in one of the New York, on the New York seats. And what's her name? Oh, she's a name now. Her name now is AOC, right? Yeah. AKA Sandy Cortez. 29-year-old or almost 30, whatever. But she's getting to that age where, another election passes by. She'll be 35. And by the Constitution, that makes her eligible to run for the presidency of the United States. Something to think about. My opinion is they want to use her, to blow open the southern border and bring in as many controllable voters for the Democratic left, socialist, communist, whatever party that the conservative, valued, God-fearing people of this country are trying to stave off. Her job is going to be to blow the southern border wide open. And they will possibly, after Trump put her into the presidency just for that purpose. We heard what the Democrats would like to do with the left would like to do is take the guns from the citizens over here. Well, we can't let that happen. I mean, that just can't happen. It can't be allowed to happen. Period. Now, as far as the EU is concerned, who knows what's going to play out there with Brexit? We're getting close now, my understanding from the reports, that the new Prime Minister, Johnson, is attempting to push through the no-deal Brexit, which is ultimately what was going to happen anyway. In my opinion, there's no other, the EU controllers aren't going to go down without fighting it. All the embeds inside of the UK itself is trying their best to ensure that doesn't happen. But the point is, the free peoples of this world are slowly getting pushed further and further and further into the vice, into the trap, where we may not be able to exercise freedom of speech, religion, what we call God-given rights, because the good versus evil scenario is in high gear right now. And if any one of you don't understand that, I don't know what to say to you. Just, wow. I didn't mean for this video to go on this long. I'm sorry for all the rambling, but I'm out of practice. I haven't made a video for a long time. And the point is, this world is locked in the struggle between good versus evil. And you need to make the choice. We all need to make a choice. Which side are we going to stand for? And what are we going to stand for and fight for? That's all I wanted to say on this video. Thank you for your time, and have a good evening.